In a vast field, under the gentle warmth of the morning sun, a small ant begins its day. It is not in a hurry, nor is it anxious to reach a destination. Its journey is marked by small but consistent steps. While many creatures around it seek shortcuts, the ant understands that true success does not come from speed or haste, but from persistence and discipline. It knows that great achievements do not happen suddenly, but are built over time, with daily effort and without major interruptions. And this is what makes it follow, with determination, each step of its path. At dawn, the ant does not allow itself to be carried away by the distractions of the world around it. There is no rush, there is no competition. It knows that what matters is the daily work, done consistently and with focus. Its mission is simple: to seek food and build a future that will sustain it during the most difficult times. For it, success does not lie in grand gestures, but in the accumulation of small feats repeated over time. In a world where everything seems to happen quickly, and where instant gratification is increasingly expected, the ant teaches us a valuable lesson: the value of patience. It shows us that no matter how long or difficult the path, the important thing is to not stop. It knows that great achievements do not come from moments of great intensity or isolated effort, but from a continuous process of disciplined work. Its journey is proof that, no matter how difficult the beginning, consistency is the key to achieving any goal. As the sun advances across the sky, the ant continues its journey tireless. Each step is taken with purpose, each movement is calculated, because it knows that every action counts. It does not get distracted by what is around it, because its vision is fixed on the greater goal, ensuring that its colony has enough food for the days of scarcity. Its journey is one of patience and determination, and it never lets itself be carried away by the idea that success will come without effort. The field around it may be vast and full of challenges, but for the ant, the secret is not in doing everything at once or achieving immediate results. The secret is to keep going day after day, with perseverance, knowing that each small step will bring you closer to your goal. What the ant understands is simple: it doesn't matter how quickly you start, but rather how consistent and dedicated you are to keep going, no matter what happens. The ant, with its small frame and apparent fragility, has a quiet strength that makes it a true master in the art of discipline. It doesn't rely on brute force or great skills to achieve its goal, but on something much more powerful: consistency. Unlike many who seek quick results, the ant knows that true success lies in the ability to maintain focus and determination, day after day, without deviating from its path. It teaches us that true greatness is not achieved through sporadic and intense efforts, but through constant, disciplined, and uninterrupted work. Every day, from dawn to dusk, the ant carries out its work with precision. It carries small leaves and pieces of food back to its nest, one by one. Without ever getting distracted, without ever trying to rush the process. On each journey, it repeats the same task, with the same dedication. This daily effort, repeated tirelessly, is what makes it effective in its mission. The ant does not mind the monotony of the routine, because it knows that each small effort brings it closer to its goal. It understands that the secret to success lies in patience and persistence. What the ant teaches us, often without us realizing it, is that consistency is more important than momentary brilliance. In a world where people often seek shortcuts or quick results, it reminds us that nothing replaces a job well done, done regularly. Every day, it continues with its work, without letting itself be distracted by difficulties or the temptation to give up. The ant knows that each small effort counts, and it is this daily dedication that, in the end, brings the greatest results. The ant's discipline is not something it does out of obligation or pressure. The ant carries out its work with pleasure, knowing that it is contributing to the well-being of its colony and ensuring its own survival. The ant is driven by a greater mission: to build a secure future. To achieve this, it dedicates itself to the process, without rushing or demanding anything. Its greatness lies not in the size of a single day's effort, but in the persistence of its repeated actions, which, over time, create a reserve of success. The discipline that the ant possesses is a clear example of how we should behave when faced with our own challenges. We often want quick and instant results, but the ant teaches us that true success lies in building a solid foundation, a foundation made up of small steps, taken every day without exception. It is not great effort that guarantees success, but rather the repetition of work, commitment to routine, and constant dedication. In its journey, the ant shows us that, in order to achieve great goals, we need to learn to be patient and disciplined, regardless of the difficulties that appear along the way. Despite all its determination, the ant's journey is not without obstacles. With each step it takes, it encounters challenges that could easily discourage anyone without a clear purpose. The path, contrary to what it might seem at first glance, is full of difficulties and unexpected events. The terrain is full of rocks, fallen leaves, and even potential predators. What could be a simple journey from one point to another becomes a series of small tests of endurance and skill. But for the ant, these obstacles are not a reason to despair. They are just part of the process that it must overcome to reach its goal. It does not try to avoid obstacles, but faces them head-on. When it finds a large rock in its path, it stops for a moment, observes it, and decides the best way to overcome it. It may need to deviate, or it may have to climb over the rock to continue on its journey. What matters to it is not the size of the difficulty, but its ability to face it with courage and patience. It knows that each challenge is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. Nothing is impossible for those who are willing to persevere and seek solutions, no matter how simple or difficult they may seem. Sometimes the path becomes more treacherous. Windstorms threaten to destabilize its course, and slippery ground can cause it to lose its balance. But once again, the ant does not give up. It adapts to the conditions and adjusts its trajectory. It knows that persistence is stronger than any temporary adversity. It understands that true strength lies not in avoiding obstacles, but in facing them with confidence and an unwavering focus on its goal. On other occasions, the ant finds itself faced with a dilemma. Sometimes the food is further away than it would like, and it needs to work harder to reach it. But unlike many who can be discouraged by difficulty, it maintains its focus. Each step taken is a step closer to its goal, and it knows it. Even when conditions are not ideal, it does not lose faith in its journey. The ant teaches us that perseverance in the face of difficulties is one of the greatest assets we can have in our lives. Obstacles are inevitable on any journey. They are a part of life, and no one is exempt from facing them. But like the ant, we can learn to deal with them more effectively, adapting to the circumstances, seeking solutions, and maintaining our purpose. The key is not to avoid difficulties, but to face them head-on, with patience and discipline. When we learn to do this, obstacles become stepping stones that propel us towards a future that is even stronger and more prepared for the challenges that lie ahead. Winter has arrived, bringing with it cold and scarcity. The trees are bare, the dry leaves have been blown away by the wind, and the countryside, once vibrant and full of life, now seems silent and empty. For many animals, this is a difficult time, a time of constant struggle to find food and shelter. Winter can be relentless, and without the necessary preparations, many struggle to survive. But the ant, who has worked with discipline for months, is already prepared. Her reserves are full, and she has no reason to worry about scarcity. The hard work of the warm days was the key to her peace of mind now. She knew that success would not come from haste, but from consistency, and now she is beginning to reap the rewards of her dedication. While other animals struggle to find the food they need to get through the winter, the ant remains calm. She watches the others hurry, chasing after every crumb, while she feels safe in her shelter. Her colony is well supplied, and she knows that she can face any difficulty with calm. The constant effort she put in each day now translates into a stability that many have not been able to achieve. Winter, which could have been a season of scarcity and struggle, has become for her a period of well-deserved rest. She does not need to worry about survival, because her discipline is what prepared her for the future. By observing the behavior of the other animals, the ant realizes that her greatest achievement is not just having enough food, but having the peace of mind that comes from a job well done. She did not have to rush, nor wait for a miracle. She wisely knew that the secret was to do her part, day after day, without deviating from her commitment. Her reward is not an immediate prize, but the security of knowing that, over time, constant effort has brought her to where she is now. Winter becomes just a season of reflection, rest, and appreciation for the work done. For the ant, winter is proof that great results do not come from a single effort or a rushed effort, but from patience, persistence, and the ability to prepare for the future. It is the image of predictability and wisdom that teaches us that, instead of chasing quick solutions, we should focus on what we can do in the long term. Its true victory is not in the amount of food stored, but in the tranquility that comes from the discipline applied over months. Winter, therefore, is not an enemy to be feared, but confirmation that daily effort, when done with dedication, always leads to rewards. When we observe the little ant and its seemingly simple journey, we can easily underestimate the impact of the lessons it has to teach us. At first glance, it is just another one of the thousands of ants that day after day, travel the same paths, searching for food and building their nests. But when you look closer, you realize that her journey is much more than just a survivalist endeavor. She is, in fact, a powerful example of how discipline, consistency, and patience are the cornerstones of achieving big goals, building a solid future, and achieving true success. The ant's greatest lesson is about the power of daily action, even if that action seems insignificant at the time. Many of us are tempted to wait for ideal moments, for a big opportunity, or for an event that will instantly change our lives. But the ant doesn't wait, and that's what makes her special. She knows that real change comes from the accumulation of small actions taken consistently, day after day. It doesn't matter how small the step we take, as long as it is taken with dedication and perseverance. The ant doesn't wait for tomorrow, she takes action today. Her journey teaches us that success doesn't come from big bursts of effort or epic moments. On the contrary, true success is built quietly over time, in the stillness of the daily grind. The ant works not because it expects to be rewarded instantly, but because it knows that every small action is part of something bigger. Every leaf carried, every piece of food brought to the nest, are the building blocks of the future of its colony. Daily work, done with discipline, generates an impact that is reflected over time. In our own journey, we are often drawn to the idea that success is something that must happen quickly or dramatically. We want things to happen all at once, with great intensity, like a sudden victory. But the ant teaches us that true success is not about doing everything at once, but about doing what needs to be done day after day, with patience and dedication. The secret lies in how we deal with today, in how we seize each opportunity to take a step towards our goals, slowly but surely. In addition, the ant teaches us the importance of preparation. The ant knows that it cannot expect the future to be easy or predictable, so it works to ensure that it will have what it needs, even in the most difficult moments. When winter comes, she doesn't despair, because she's already done her part. She understands that success isn't something that falls from the sky, but something that needs to be built over time, with effort and discipline. On her journey, she shows us that we cannot wait for life to resolve itself. We need to work to ensure that when challenges come, we are prepared to face them. Another important point is the ant's attitude towards obstacles. She does not see difficulties as reasons to give up, but as opportunities to grow. Throughout her journey, she faces obstacles in her path, strong winds and uneven terrain. But she never lets herself get down. Instead, she finds ways to get around the obstacles, adapting to the circumstances and staying focused on her goal. This type of resilience is something that we can all learn to apply in our lives. When we face difficulties, instead of giving up, we can learn from the ant to adjust our strategy, to keep moving forward, even when the path seems challenging. The ant also teaches us about the importance of constancy. She does not mind the ups and downs of everyday life, nor the distractions that arise along the way. What matters to her is to keep moving forward, without losing focus on what needs to be done. She doesn't make a big effort every now and then, but she maintains her discipline consistently, and that's what guarantees her the best results in the long run. In a world where everyone seems to be looking for instant gratification, the ant reminds us that the most valuable things in life require time and patience. The real lesson of the ant is that success isn't just about big victories, but about small, daily victories. When we see an ant carrying its load, we may not realize how much effort it's putting in, but it's this quiet perseverance that really makes the difference. When we apply this to our own lives, we realize that success is not an event, but a process. A process that is built over time, step by step, day after day. The ant doesn't care about others. It doesn't try to be better than others. It focuses on what it needs to do, and does its best at every moment. The ant's legacy is therefore a timeless lesson. True greatness does not come from isolated acts of brilliance, but from consistency, patience, and perseverance in doing what needs to be done, every day. By following its example, we can learn to enjoy the journey, not to give up in the face of obstacles, and most importantly, to trust in the power of our daily actions to achieve great things. What the ant teaches us is simple but profound. Small, consistent actions, carried out with discipline and dedication, are what transform dreams into reality. So, is it clear what the ant has to teach us? The secret to success is to do a little every day, with discipline and patience, as it does. No rushing, no looking for shortcuts. Remember, great achievements do not come from a single explosive effort, but from consistency over time. So if you want to achieve your goals, start with small steps, but give your best every day. Now pay attention. The journey does not end here. Every little effort you make today is what will bring you closer to your dreams in the future, just like an ant preparing for winter. It may seem like silent work, but that's what makes all the difference. If you liked this message, don't forget to like it below, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos, and leave a comment telling us what you thought of the ant's lesson. I'd love to hear how you apply discipline and patience in your daily life. And remember, big changes start with small steps.